Thank you, Martina. I'm really happy to announce the fact that we now have a deal. And let me thank the Minister, thank you, Morten, for your leadership in this, and the presidency, the Danish presidency, for partnering up in making this simplification. It's been a very constructive discussions with the Council all along. And now we have a deal that delivers on simplification and a deal that delivers on the stop the clock process and delivers on creating growth in Europe. In fact, this agreement brings historic cost reductions. There is no other single file that cut reporting costs more than this one in the history of the European Union. The Omnibus proposal presented by the Commission estimated to reduce the cost annually by about 4.5 billion euros. And now we take this proposal from the Commission even further, together with the Council. So we have achieved something very good for businesses in Europe. Let me highlight a few of the key elements of the deal. First of all, we have the scope, and when it comes to the scope in CSRD, we landed at 1,000 employees and 450 million in turnover. When it comes to CSDDD, the scope is 5,000 employees and 1.5 million in turnovers. And as the Minister said, that means that we exclude a large amount of the companies from being covered by this legislation, and that is, of course, the intention here, because that helps to reduce the cost. When it comes to the climate transition plans in CSRD, there is no change in the language from the Commission. But when it comes to the climate transition plans in CSDDD, they are fully deleted, and I'm really happy that we delivered on the Parliament's mandate when it comes to the climate transition plans. They will, of course, alleviate a lot of costs for businesses across Europe. Thirdly, we have the civil liability issue, and there will be no harmonised civil liability after our negotiation. This was not a problem in the discussions with the Parliament and the Council, but it has been a political sensitive issue. But I think we landed at a very good place when it comes to the civil liability. Fourth, we have the Article 8, and Article 8 is how you do the due diligence process, and here companies have to start to identify where they have the most severe risks, and then using reasonable available information for this. And this means that you are not required to map every single business partner, and in fact this means that you ensure a real impact, reduce the unnecessary burden, and focus on efforts where they matter the most. I would say that this agreement we have with the Council was a compromise between the two different positions we have from the starting, but a very good outcome. Finally, let me highlight some of the other elements that was not maybe as political sensitive in the debate in the Parliament, but still important to mention. In CSRD, we have now secured a financial holding exemption. We have a full subsidiarity exemption. We have stronger language on trade secrets. We're using the limited assurance, which of course then is less heavy and costly than the full audit. And we introduce a digital one-stop shop for sustainability reporting. When it comes to the CSDDD, we have reintroduced a cap for the penalties, set them at a maximum 3%, which is lower than what's originally proposed. We have also delayed the implementation with 1 additional year. So all in all, a very good deal. Let me close where the Minister started, because I think it is very good to set this historic deal in its context. And Europe has a big problem when it comes to growth. We are falling behind, and has been falling behind, a lot of other economic powers around the world for quite some time. And we need to fix a lot of things, and the simplification agenda is one of the most important parts we need to fix. And with today's agreement, we are starting a new and much better direction for European businesses, for European growth, and for European prosperity. What is the next step then? Well, the next step in the Parliament is to vote this in the Euro Committee on Thursday, and then I hope this Omnibus, has its final destination next week in Strasbourg, where we will vote this in plenary, and I expect it to be voted with a very strong and broad majority. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rapporteur.